Hello, Golden State Warriors fan! We're back with an exclusive video bringing you the latest updates. First of all, subscribe to the channel and like the video. It's crucial for you to stay informed with the news daily. Without further ado, let's get to the news. In what could turn out to be one of the most quietly impactful moves of the NBA offseason, the Golden State Warriors have reportedly acquired forward David Roddy from the Houston Rockets. While this hasn't yet been officially confirmed by either team, sources close to the situation have started buzzing with the possibility, suggesting that the Warriors see something in Roddy that might have gone under the radar. For most fans and analysts, known for his strong frame, high motor, and versatile defensive potential, Roddy brings an intriguing skill set to a Warriors team that has struggled with depth and consistency at the wing position over the past couple of seasons. And while this move isn't the blockbuster type that usually grabs headlines, it fits the kind of under-the-radar maneuver Golden State has been known for: developing talent, extracting value from overlooked players, and crafting roles that highlight specific strengths. As the team prepares for a pivotal season in the twilight of Stephen Curry's prime, adding a player like Roddy may be more significant than it appears on paper. Could this be the start of a more strategic retooling of the roster? The whispers are starting to sound more like a drumbeat. David Roddy's path to Golden State, if confirmed, marks another twist in the career of a player who's always had to prove himself. Coming out of Colorado State, Roddy was never pegged as a can't-miss prospect. His build didn't fit the conventional mold, and many scouts questioned how his game would translate to the NBA. But what he lacked in prototypical measurements, he made up for with sheer toughness, basketball IQ, and a relentless motor. Drafted in the first round by the Memphis Grizzlies and later traded to Houston, Roddy's flashes of promise were sporadic but undeniable. In limited minutes, he showed defensive versatility, rebounding instincts, and a willingness to take on tough matchup traits that are catnip for a Warriors system predicated on switchability and effort. With a coaching staff that thrives on player development and a culture that emphasizes unselfishness and basketball smarts, Golden State may be betting on unlocking Roddy's full potential. And let's be honest, this team doesn't make moves without purpose, even the minor ones. So when they pull a player out of another team's developmental shadows, it's worth paying attention. This could be one of those situations for a franchise like the Warriors, which sits at a crossroads between past dominance and future uncertainty. Every roster move carries amplified significance. Bringing in David Roddy might not generate breaking news, alerts, or shift Vegas odds, but it speaks volumes about the direction the front office could be heading. With veterans like Klay Thompson gone and the team reportedly shopping Andrew Wiggins, the need for fresh, moldable talent on the wing has become more urgent than ever. Roddy, with his hybrid forward abilities and defensive tenacity, could become the type of utility player who fills multiple gaps without demanding touches or spotlight. If you think back to some of the Warriors' most effective role players during their dynasty years, guys like Andre Iguodala, Harrison Barnes, even Kevin Looney, they weren't always flashy, but they understood the system and contributed in ways that went beyond the box score. That's the mold Roddy could be aiming for. There's a growing sense around the league that Golden State's days of big, bold splashes might be behind them, replaced by strategic, deliberate moves like this one. It's not just about adding talent anymore, it's about finding the right puzzle pieces. There's also the financial side of this that can't be ignored. With the Warriors operating under the crushing weight of the second apron and luxury tax penalties looming over every decision, acquiring a player like Roddy makes sense from a cap management perspective. He's still on a rookie-scale deal, providing cost-controlled depth at a position of need. And that flexibility could be critical if the team looks to make additional moves in the future. Whether they're targeting more draft capital, expiring contracts, or veteran help, having young players like Roddy in the mix opens doors and keeps them nimble. Plus, let's not forget that Mike Dunleavy Jr. has shown a willingness to bet on character and fit over reputation since taking over the GM role. He's not chasing names, he's assembling a new generation of Warriors built to complement the core, not compete with it. That Roddy fits into that equation says a lot about how they view his upside. This isn't just a throw-in. This might be a calculated investment in someone they believe hasn't even scratched the surface of his capabilities, and in a league that thrives on untapped potential, that's gold. Now, you might be asking, what exactly does Roddy bring to the floor that makes him a fit in Golden State's system? Start with defense. He's already shown flashes as a stout perimeter defender who can switch onto guards and bang bodies with bigs at 6 feet 4 inches and around 150 pounds. He's built like a linebacker but moves with surprising agility. That kind of physicality could allow the Warriors to experiment with small ball lineups again, something that defined their championship DNA. Offensively, Roddy's not a shot creator, but he's a willing ball mover, can hit the occasional three, and crashes the offensive glass with intensity. He's a high-effort player who thrives on hustle plays, loose balls, weak side blocks, transition opportunities. Those are exactly the kinds of possessions that shift momentum in tight games. Add to that his reportedly strong work ethic and coachability, and you begin to understand why Golden State might see more than just a depth piece. This is someone they can mold, integrate, and maybe even trust in key moments. Again, this is all speculation for now, but the buzz is real, and it's growing louder with each passing hour. Let's also consider the developmental infrastructure Roddy would be stepping into. The Warriors coaching staff, led by Steve Kerr, has a proven track record of maximizing unconventional talent. Think back to the way they nurtured players like Jordan Poole, Gary Payton II, or even Jonathan Kuminga, guys who weren't sure bets but found footing through well-defined roles and consistent coaching. Roddy fits that profile to a T. His raw tools are already intriguing, but with better spacing, structured minutes, and championship-level mentorship, he could take a serious leap. Don't underestimate the impact of sharing a locker room with veterans like Draymond Green and Stephen Curry, leaders who demand excellence and hold teammates accountable. That environment can be transformative, especially for a young player still finding his way. If Roddy buys in and all signs suggest he's the type who will, then this acquisition could prove to be a steal in hindsight, not because he becomes a star, but because he becomes indispensable in the Warriors' rotation. We've seen it happen before. Maybe it's happening again, right in front of our eyes, before the ink is even dry on the deal. And speaking of fit, there's a narrative forming that Golden State wants to reclaim their defensive identity. The last 2 seasons have seen them slip in key defensive metrics, and they've lacked that gritty, versatile wing who can hold their own across multiple positions. Roddy may not be the savior, but he's a step in that direction. He brings that edge, that bruiser mentality that can wear down opponents over 48 minutes. In a Western Conference packed with elite wings and explosive scorers, having a player who relishes the physical side of basketball is invaluable. Whether it's chasing Devin Booker off screens, bodying up Luka Doncic, or switching onto Jamal Murray in pick and rolls, Roddy gives Kerr options. He might not be the first off the bench on opening night, but don't be surprised if he ends up playing meaningful playoff minutes down the line. It's still early in the rumor cycle, but all the breadcrumbs point to a deliberate plan. Golden State isn't scrambling, they're plotting, and this latest move, subtle as it may be, fits the pattern perfectly. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going. Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next video.